And now, live from the studios of Freedom's Phoenix, Ernest Hancock.
Back here on Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, each and every day on LRN.FM network from Phoenix, Arizona. Well, they're New Hampshire, but I'm in Arizona. And we're at the farm here on Freedoms, with an S, freedomsphoenix.com. It's Pork, P-O-R-C, Fest, F-E-S-T.com. Porcfest.com. You go there, you get all the goodies. This is, it had a much bigger impact on friends of mine than I anticipated. You know, a lot of times, we were so immersed in this and met so many of the people that, we kind of, know what to expect. We're going to have a good time, see a lot of friends there regardless anyway. So, but, then you have people that, they don't know anybody. They're saying, hey, what do we expect here? They go, and they just had a great time. They relaxed. The kids got to do what they wanted to do. My daughter, Sierra, went, and she, had to work. We're doing the radio stuff. She's like, no, you just make me work all the time. But, she got to meet a lot of good people and made friends. So I'm glad that we're going to get to go again. And I am. I'm going to be there the weekend before it starts. I've given a speech in Manchester on the future of the libertarian movement. And then it kind of segues. It's not part of the Porcfest. It's another event. But it goes right from there. I'll just be heading up to Porcfest. And then after it's over the following Sunday, they'll have some, after party kind of, just partying thing, get the, after the afterglow. After everything's done, we'll talk about the future of. So we'll just go ahead and I'll hang an extra day or two and then I'll fly back. While I'm there, I'm going to be doing the show live from there. LRN, Ian Freeman and Mark from Free Talk Live have the equipment all set up for the network, them doing their show, and they're kind enough to allow me to use it so I don't have to bring all my stuff again. And, we have a lot of remote stuff and everything, but they had it all hooked up and everything ready, so that's cool, and they're going to allow me to do that. So we'll go ahead and run the show live from there, and we'll have a lot of great guests. We did that last year, and last year, a lot of the great people that are there, man, it's just, line them up. It's so easy to produce when you got a bunch of great activists there already. Now, this half hour, what I wanted to talk about is we're going to get into Sheriff Joe's thing when we come back, but that'll be fun with the author from the periodical, the Phoenix New Times, and we'll get into some of the nitty gritty and a lot of strange things going on, and there may be people going to jail or not. What's interesting is the people that are not. And it's just, we'll find out about that. But if you look at the top of Freedom's Phoenix today, it's just the news is so, everything that we've been saying is coming. Okay, here we go. I'm just giving you some of the top stories here. We got, 50 up there or something. We'll just do some of the top ones. Now, the U.S. is intensifying covert war in Yemen. Now, they say that we're not there. We're doing something else, but no, we're going there. This is what's going on. We are bombing Yemen. We're going into Yemen. We're doing a bunch more Yemen. Well, on whose side? The Obama administration has intensified airstrikes on suspected militants in Yemen in a bid to keep them from consolidating power as the government in Sana'a, S-A-N-A-A, Sana'a, teeters. The New York Times reported on Wednesday. Now, didn't we just have somebody on the last couple of days saying that the United States has sided with the people? Is that shifting? Is it changing? Did somebody else make another deal? This is not over. Now, people you think you're making buddies with the United States government, man. It's only when it's in their interest and whatever they say or do for that day. So there may very well be airstrikes against the very people that thought the United States government were siding with the people. Oh, how's that going to play out? Then we have Lieberman, Senator Lieberman from Connecticut, says that he will attend Glenn Beck's important Israel rally. He announced Monday that he would be attending Glenn Beck's Restoring Courage August rally in Israel. Now, this follows, I put it up, it happened May 23rd, which was a couple Sundays ago. And it's Christian leaders at more than churches worldwide to show support for Israel, this Christian Zionist thing going on. And I've seen it firsthand at, church that we used to go to a lot. It's, it's all Israel. You're not Christian enough unless you got, Star David around your crucifix. I mean, we're all one thing. Excuse me. Christian leaders at more than 1,500 churches in all 50 states and in more than 50 countries are scheduled to hold religious services Sunday focused on educating their congregants about the importance of Israel to their faith. Now, this already took place. Now you got, Hagee guys and whatever and so on, but this is a movement, man, and it's a political thing too. They well funded with our money we gave Israel. So, they're going to have the money. Now, economically, we have the U.S. is nearing even worse financial crisis. Now, this is Jim Rogers, talking about this. He's going, the U.S. is approaching a financial crisis worse than 2008. Jim Rogers, chief executive, Rogers Holdings, warned CNBC Wednesday. Now, I go on CNBC every morning. I'll just click it on because I don't have to get out of bed. I click it on. What's silver? What's gold? What BS are they slinging? All the U.S. economy needs is the perfect cheer. Dun, 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 right up until everything crashes. And they go, well, what happened? Well, it was this unforeseen thing over here, this black swan event. It was, it's so obvious what's going to happen. There's nothing they can do to stop the collapse. And the Treasury's buying of our debt, of the Fed buying of the Treasuries, they said they're not going to do it anymore. The last round is over, this month. They're saying, nah, we're good. We're going to stop doing that. Well, what does newspapers say in Washington Times? They're quoting Peter Schiff there. He's going, lack of buyers may force Treasury to boost rates. Now, this is something that I've been tracking for a long time. I look at the 30-year Treasury interest rate. When that goes parabolic and shoots up, the reason is because we have debt we have to finance, but we have no one buying it. So what they either one of two things, the Fed prints more money to buy it, or they increase the interest rate to make it more enticing for people to purchase it. If you're making an investment, I go, okay, I'm gonna give you my money. And mainly the reason is because it's safer and it's more guaranteed. They think they're going to be able to sell it when they want and get it back right up until you're not allowed. But you have the U.S. Treasury just sitting there, and you put your money in, and you're going to get, 3-4%. Yay! When with inflation, everything's up like 8-10%. You're losing money. Why am I doing this? And the risk that you're even going to be able to pay it back is starting to go up. So I'm like, I'm not giving you the money. So what happened? China's pulled out. They're 97% out. Did you get the memo? It just got reported a few days ago saying China, oh yeah, since March of, what was it, 08, 09, 10, whatever, not too long ago, boom, they're done. We're out. They're not buying anymore. As it rolls over, they're not purchasing it anymore. So then they got to go to United Arab Emirates, this little freaking Rhode Island, Connecticut-sized country. It's got oil wells. Hey, give us some money. Saudi Arabia, give us some money. A bunch of these other countries, Japan's divesting. Why? Because they freaking in meltdown. They need their money. So now, and then we're getting more reports that, it's not, meltdown, melt through. Japan may not be habitable. So they're in big time. We're in big trouble. And there is nothing that you can do to change the map. And then China is warning us. Oh, debt default ideas, playing with fire. Talk about that when we come back.